My ADHD people, here's the truth. While most people see uncertainty as a problem, something to avoid, you're wired differently. Uncertainty fuels your edge. When things are ambiguous, when structure flips, when change lands, you can move, you can innovate. Today, we're going to unpack that wiring, lean into your strengths, and walk out with real strategies you can apply in the next 24 hours. First, some quick housekeeping. I want you to grab a notebook and a pen. We're going old school with handwritten notes because research shows when your body writes, your brain remembers more. It's called embodied cognition. Better retention means more connection. And be ready to take those notes. Okay? Now, most training about ADHD talks about focus and distraction and time management and structure. That's all good stuff. I talk about that stuff too. But what I want to spotlight today is something less talked about: your edge in uncertainty. Let's define it. Edge is the ability to move when the map is missing, the plan shifts, the standard breaks. That's where you shine. Here are 3 things to understand: tolerance for ambiguity. And let's try that again. Tolerance for ambiguity. Many people crave certainty. You often tolerate ambiguity, and that's a strength. Then there's pattern flicker detection. You see what others don't when things change. You notice the shift, the pattern break, the opening. And then there's fast ideation under pressure. When normal breaks, you generate options. Others, they freeze. Now, which one of those 3, or how many of those 3, are strengths you see in yourself? I want you to take that note. And I want you to write down when you felt more alive and productive when things are chaotic or unclear. But make a note. Is it your tolerance for ambiguity, your pattern flicker detection, or your fast ideation under pressure? Your toleration of ambiguity, your seeing what others don't see when things change, and your ability to generate options when normal breaks. Which of those 3, or which ones of those 3, can you see in yourself? Write that down. Now, we're going to get into the meat here, the meat and the potatoes on your 3-step framework. How do you use your ADHD edge when uncertainty hits? I boiled it down to a 3-step framework: decode the unknown, ask the right questions, execute with edge. Okay, let's dive into this a little bit here. Step 1 is decode the unknown. When the map is missing, pause, scan, ask, what are the variables? What's shifting? What's stable? You might say, okay, team, our product line got disrupted. Here's what we know. Here's what we don't. As someone with ADHD wiring, you can see the flicker. Use it. Now, if there's one decision you're sitting on because it feels too uncertain, I want you to make a note of that stuck. And if you've one you're willing to share in the comments, do that. We'll acknowledge it and you'll feel less alone. And that is awesome. Okay. Now, step 2 here is ask the right questions. This is your power. While others answer, you ask some powerful questions to keep ready. What's the biggest challenge our team will face in the next 6 months? What percentage of leadership roles are filled internally? When was our last major pivot and how did we respond? These questions do 2 things. They help you evaluate fit and they signal your brain is wired for the future. Then there's step 3. Execute with edge. Now you implement, but with your wiring in mind: quick ideation, rapid prototyping, feedback loops, creative sprints, not traditional, slow, linear execution. Instead, of I'll wait until it's perfect, you ask, what can I test now? Engagement 3. So, next thing I want to do is I want you to make note if you've ever done a project under pressure where you came alive. Tell us, write down what word describes the energy you felt. Go ahead and put that in your notes. That is our next action item we're doing in our notes today, is identifying a project under pressure where you came alive. And how do you describe the energy you felt? And if you want, share that in the comments. And that way you'll get a little dopamine hit of support. Now, let's bring this home with a story. I want you to stop and think. Where in your career or life is there uncertainty that could fuel your next breakthrough? So grab that notebook and jot down one uncertain situation you're facing, one question you need to ask, and one mini experiment you can launch this week. Take 60 seconds now. Great. Keep that visible somewhere. You'll see it every day. That's important. Now, we've covered a lot. I want to recap. Your wiring gives you an edge in uncertainty. Using the 3-step framework of decode, ask, execute as superpowers. Apply it this week with actual uncertainty you're facing. And before we finish, be a good human. If this session lit something inside you, please share it with someone who has ADHD or leads diverse teams. Send them this link, tag them on the LinkedIn event. Let them know you've got this. And if your brain moves fast, forgets faster, and you want weekly clarity with actionable tips, join my email list. It's called Cocktails and Clarity. I'll drop the replay of this session and bonus worksheets for free. If you want in, just drop clarity in the chat and I'll get you the link. Or you can send me a DM, totally fine. And last but not least, if you're ready to leverage your ADHD edge and get personalized support, I'm opening a few coaching spots. Drop me a coach in the DMs or in the comments. I'll send you the scheduling link. Let's move from potential to intentional. And last thing, you're not just adapting to change. You are leading through it. Uncertainty isn't your obstacle. It is your opportunity. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the journey.